Hey, happy Monday team. Coach Morgan here with Fused2Fitness, and this is going to be part one of our 5-day resistance band training. So I've been chatting with a lot of folks during this pandemic, and it's been tough for you guys to fit your workouts in at home, or it's been tough to find workout equipment. Maybe you don't have the money to invest in like a dumbbell set or kettlebells or barbells or things like that. Maybe you're back at the gym, or maybe you're not comfortable heading back to the gym yet. But resistance bands like these are also known as Verso loops or resistance loops, are a phenomenal training tool that you can take with you pretty much anywhere. They don't take up any space, they're lightweight, and they come in a variety of resistance levels, so they can be used by beginners to advanced athletes. One thing that I really love about these bands is that they can be used for total body strength training. And they're also going to activate your muscles in a completely different way than what a dumbbell or a kettlebell or classic barbell might do. So you're going to be able to engage muscle fibers differently. So even if you are training with dumbbells or kettlebells, plates, etc., switching things up every once in a while or incorporating resistance bands into your training is a really smart thing to do to help build more strength. So if you have any experience using these, or maybe you don't, I want you to post below. Let me know if you're familiar with using resistance bands. What my goal is over the next 5 days is to give you guys basically a complete exercise library that you can pull from to work with your bands. Now, I'm using the bands, these are the Verso loops from Power Systems. They just got these back in stock. Highly recommend. These are some of my favorites to use, so definitely check them out. That's just a plug for a brand I like. No, I don't get a commission or work for them. I just like the equipment that they offer. But check them out. They have, what I have right here are, this is the light, the medium, and the heavy band that I'm going to work with today. And for the exercises, I'm going to show you 8 exercises today, working your back and biceps. So if you guys were popping on live, make sure you say hi down below. Let me know if you have any resistance bands at home, what kind you have. They might be different than these. Some of you might have resistance bands that have handles on them and are like a loop. Some of you might have strength bands, which are a larger continuous loop. So let me know what kind of bands you have, and I can kind of help you figure out how to use them the best. Like I said, I'm going to be showing you how to use these for this 5-day training. So today we're focusing on back and biceps, and let's get right to work. So the first movement I'm going to show you is a bicep curl, right? We're working back and biceps. We got to make sure that we can get a good curl in. So I'm actually going to kneel down on the resistance band. So I put a towel down for my knees. I'm going to put the band underneath my knee and then kneel so that it's secure. It's not going to pop up. Place my hand, underhand grip, elbow in by the ribs, brace the belly. So you actually want to squeeze your glutes so that your hips come forward. And just like you would with a dumbbell, you're going to curl. Cool thing about using resistance bands is that the more you stretch the band, the harder it gets. So at the peak of the movement, at the biggest contraction here, you have the most resistance in the muscle. Unlike a dumbbell, when as you curl up with a dumbbell, that resistance is alleviated at the peak of the movement. So you're increasing the amount of force being applied to the muscle with a resistance band. Really cool. So you can do bicep curl. Second move I'm going to show you is a bent row. Okay? This time we're placing the band underneath the foot. I want you to make sure you get it sort of at the arch of the foot. Bent. So slight bend in the knees, feet are shoulder width apart. I'm going to hinge the hips back, chest stays tall, so I'm at a 45-degree angle. I'm going to keep the elbow in tight to the body here. As I pull against the band, I rotate my wrist, hand comes towards the ribs, right here. Bent row, we're working in the lats and the upper back. And again, the more I stretch the band, the harder it gets. So the resistance is happening at the peak of the movement where I can feel it right here in the muscle group. There's your bent row. Hammer curl, a variation of a bicep curl. So typically with a bicep curl, you keep the hand flat, the weight flat coming up here. Hammer curl, we switch to a neutral grip where the palm is this way. So you can do the exact same setup that we just had, kneeling on the band. This time I'm gonna keep the palm thumb up and open, and now I'm curling flat. Okay, so now we're activating the muscle in just slightly different angle. I'm also gonna show you a reverse fly. So what we wanna do is place the band here at chest height on one arm. Grip it with the opposite hand. I want your shoulders to come down. So we're squeezing the lats, squeezing the shoulder blades into the spine, and we're gonna pull wide to the side. This is a tough move. You want a lighter band to be able to gain good control. This arm is gonna stay straight. Shoulders are down, chest is forward. And what are we working with the rear fly? We're working in the delts right back here. So check this out. Shoulders down, activating through that muscle group right there, and release. That's that. Bottom half curls in this set. Again, we're going for our kneel. This time, flat palm, chest up, squeeze tight here, nice tight core. We're just going on the bottom. What I want you to do is just give me a quick hold there. Just a 1 second hold, release. 1 second hold. We're just coming up to a 90-degree bend. Same as if we were gonna do a top half curl, which is in this set as well, where we're gonna go from the shoulder to our 90-degree bend. From the shoulder. And with bicep curls, keep the elbow close to the body. The more that it flares out, or the more that your elbow pushes forward and back, the more you're taking the movement away from the bicep and into other accessory muscles in the chest and the shoulder and in the back. So we want the bicep to be isolated in nice and tight. There's your top half, okay? I'm gonna show you another row. We're gonna get right back into that bent position. The band goes underneath the foot. This time, we want to pull wide. I'm going to come into the same bent position. So I'm going to pull the belly in tight, squeeze through my glutes, and this time when I pull the band up, I want the elbow to come out horizontally to the side. Wide row. Okay, so one thing that you want to watch for is that the wrist and the elbow stay in alignment. If they do not align, if they're coming in like this, the band is too heavy. So what I want you to do is change it out. You want to be able to pull the resistance from here out underneath the elbow, keeping that alignment. It's even better when you can get those lined up for your upper back. That's your wide row. Last move in this series is a lat pull down. So classic movement for your back, for your biceps, or body weight pull-ups, chin-ups. Well, if you don't have a bar at home, and maybe even all you have are dumbbells, you're not going to be able to recreate that type of muscle building power from a pull-up or a chin-up. But you can with a band. Get both hands in the band, reach up over your head, and I want you to take the shoulders down away from the ears. So this is going to pull the shoulder blades down towards the spine, opening the lats, grip the band, lead with the elbow. You're going to pull down towards the shoulder, like right at your armpit, release back up, right here. So think about pulling down into the shoulder. We want your back pulling through this, so really pulling down and through. Controlling the band on the way up is another way to activate the muscle as you release. So you want to use good control. Don't just let the band snap back. Another huge benefit to working with resistance bands versus dumbbells is that you're going to have the control in the contraction and the eccentric movement. Really nice. So, quick review. You may want to write this down, but this is your back and biceps workout for your Versa loops. So you're going to do 8 exercises, 3 sets, and 10 reps each. And those are all the exercises I just showed you. Bicep curl, bent row, hammer curl, the reverse fly, bottom half only curl, your wide row, top half only curl, and then our lat pull downs. So that is your back and bicep workout with your resistance bands. Guys, if this is good information for you, let me know. Make sure you post down below. And if you have any questions, drop them in the comments, and in tomorrow's training, I'll make sure to address those too. Give these movements a try today. and let me know how they feel. If you're feeling like you're not quite getting it, again, drop some comments in the question or drop it down below so I can respond and train with you. So this is you and me working one-on-one right now. No, I'm not in your house or in the gym with you, but this should be interactive. And let me help you guys get the best training from your tools that you have. All right, I hope this was helpful. Make sure you guys comment, and I'll be in touch with you tomorrow.